Alright, December update video. I haven't did an update or any video in, I think, 2 months now. The reason is I was actually going to be done doing videos, and I might actually be done doing videos. This might be the last one. Depends how many people comment on it and say they want more videos or anything. So if you want to keep seeing videos, please let me know. If not, I guess don't let me know. So the first thing, my 71 Suburban 12 with badged as a SS15. Finally going to restore it. The engine is out right there. All the tools and the parts are on that seat. This is probably about as far apart as it's going to go. I'm not going to do a full restoration on it, but from here I'm going to tip it upside down, probably bring it outside, pressure wash it. That's going to be in probably a month. It's just going to sit here just like this for a long time because I'm going to be busy doing other stuff. So the 70 SS12, nothing has changed. This is the tractor that I got in the last video. It was orange. It had a half running 10 horse Tecumseh in it that needed carburetor work. Turns out that engine actually blew up. No surprise there. The rod broke in half and blew out the back, the clutch, because the clutch holds onto the block. That's actually the only thing that kept the rod from actually going out of the side of the block. And that was after I spent a good amount of time, change the oil, get the thing ready. I was actually about ready to sell it. Then that happened. Then I decided to paint it blue and kind of make it look sort of like a 66. It doesn't have the square fenders on it because I like the round ones better. So that's kind of like my 66, just made it look like one. The GT16 is finally back. It's got a Honda GX390 that is soon going to have electric start. I have it for it, but it's just not on it yet. I switched out the skinnier rear tires and put on these fatter ones that belong on it. The 3-point hitch off of the Super 12. That's really it on that. The newly... the 16.6 is right here. That has the same paint as my SS16, so it looks kind of familiar, and it's got the same style of dash also. So this tractor and my SS16 look almost the same because of the paint and the way everything is. It's got the original seat with the red stripe around the outside. I did, because I didn't have the up and down bracket to put fuel in this tank. What I did is I made this piece of wood thing that bolted onto a seat bracket for like an Custom or an ST10, I think that was from. And that just bolted to a piece of wood on that hinge, just so that it still flips up just for now, until I find the right bracket. The side decals are, because my printer doesn't have any ink right now, it kind of prints funny, so I can't print any decals. What I did is I did the duct tape and I just wrote Sears on it. It looks pretty good. It's a little bit brighter than I would like, but that's fine for now. And I know the hood is the wrong color white. It was silver. It was on here. The yellow I kind of tamed down a bit. After I painted it, I wet sanded it. And kind of got a little rust there to show through just to make it look old. And it's got the old style decal done there. I moved a lot of stuff down here because there's no battery tray in it, so I moved even the data plate down there where it is on the other models, the earlier models of it. So there's the Predator engine that runs kind of funny because I let it sit for a few months with water in it, so just have to clean the carburetor. It's got a fuel pump, so I can use the metal gas tank in the back. Here's the side piece that I made that goes on that right there for the engine. I need to put that on someday. Here is one of the wood things that I use to fix the nose cones. My dad made me two at one time. The Super 12, this had that black Tecumseh in it. I don't even remember what horsepower it was, but I had it running really good. Soaked the carburetor, spent a lot of time getting everything working right. And shortly after, the valve went loose and blew a hole through the piston. So that was the end of that. So I took that out and I put in a Predator engine that I had sitting around. Didn't even have to buy this one because I already had one. The clutch was already welded to the frame. I wish it wasn't because I like the way I do them better. It's kind of weird how it's done, but it works. And I really wish I would have mounted the engine back a little bit farther because it's kind of up a little bit far for the clutch to work perfect, but that's fine. I took some WD and steel wool and got the paint to look a little bit better than I clear coated it. The hood's even original paint as well, but somebody before me took a paintbrush and kind of painted a little bit on the top of the hood, so that's unfortunate. I reupholstered the seat pan that was on it, so it's got kind of a new looking seat, like original. The Roper 20T is sitting now for most of the winter. I put a different seat on it so that when I do drive it, I don't wreck that nice original one. The 16T gets used with the back blade attachment I got now. I took that off. I take the back blade off so I can fit it because I have a golf cart now. If you noticed that before. Probably wasn't, I know that wasn't in the last video, but that's something I got. I can show you that later. The two ST16s, or I call them Roper ST16s. They're still the same. The Super 12, it's the same. The GT18, I had the snowblower on the GT18 for a while. Then somebody actually came and bought it, so I don't have a snowblower anymore. Which is awesome because I was only going to be able to really use it about a month this winter, out of this year. Then I'll never have a purpose for that thing again. So, that's awesome. Don't need a snowblower again. Here's the 18T. Just sitting under here for the winter, or for now. So one of the reasons why you haven't seen videos is because I've been working on this. It's a 04 E-Z-GO TXT that I've got. It's gas, of course, because I won't own one that's electric. So it's gas. It's got a 9 horsepower Robin engine in it. It's kind of gutless, but it moves it. I added some LED lights on the bottom and on the top. So that's pretty cool. Also added an amp gauge. It's not hooked up yet, but it's there. Rear seat, of course. And I put some knobby tires on it because I had those sitting around, so I thought I'd throw that on. The GT18, I also put the decal here. I'm slowly getting the decals for that. I was going to print the side decals that actually say GT18, the correct ones. But of course the printer ran out of ink, so I can't exactly do that. So that's it up here. So here is my Hydro. It's got the Roper snowplow on the front. That I'm going to make it raise a little bit higher because I learned a little trick that I can replace this bar right here with an adjustable one, and you can actually make it raise up higher. So I'm going to do that. I did get a set of rings for this engine to make it stop smoking. I figure it doesn't knock, doesn't do anything bad, just needs a set of rings. So $15 set of rings, or 16 bucks free shipping I got it for. It runs really, really good now. It's still kind of loud because the muffler is one of those round ones. Gas tank I got to do this with because it leaks down here, so I'm going to take that back off, throw that in the shed, and put the plastic one back on. That's really it on this. It's performing amazing in the snow. The reason why is the Hydro is, it's got a locker in it, so if one tire starts to slip, it locks them both together. So I really don't even need tire chains on this, or weights. It pushes snow about as tall as the plow, and it's a 48-inch wide plow that it just pushes it. It's got a lot of power. Unfortunately, I'm thinking I'm going to put a stack on it because this thing is so loud. I need to change the oil on it because that was kind of nasty when I had it apart. That's really it on this. So now that I'm out here in the freezing cold, I'll show you some of this stuff. This is part of that snowblower, a snowblower that I took apart. I said at one time I was gonna, if the compact didn't sell, I was gonna tear it apart. Well, that happened. So there's the frame, and there's all the other custom frames, because I don't like custom, so I just tore them apart. There's a bunch of back frames, 2 front frames for Suburbans. There's a Suburban frame here. It's a 67 Suburban 10, I think that was. There's a bunch of hoods up there. Mower decks. There's 3 mower decks here. There's that mower deck here that I blew the hole in that I need to fix someday. There's 3 more down there, and I think there's 3 more somewhere else, and there's another one that's in the enclosed trailer, so I've got probably about 10 mower decks. Here's the tiller. I'm probably going to take the engine off because I have no idea when I'm going to use this next. That's really it that's in here. So here we are in the freezing cold. So there is outside with that white stuff I don't like seeing on the ground. Here's all the tractors that I just kind of left. This kind of sucks. I didn't even shut the gas off on these. I just left them sit here, so that's going to be interesting in the spring. Or in 2 months. We need to use this trailer in 2 months, so I need to get these tractors out of here and put them somewhere else. I don't know where that's going to be. So here's the 67 Suburban 10. Removed the engine out of it recently, so that's why the hood was up. Not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it yet. Needs a new hood, that's for sure. My 73 SD16, that kind of looks like an SS16 that I painted white. It does have an engine in it. My Super 12 special project that I just put on hold for now. I don't like the way the thing steers or how it drives, which is the main 2 reasons why I just kind of left it in here, and that's all it'll be for a while. I'm gonna get to it someday. So there's the Suburban 12 and the ST12. So here's the trailer, and here is the Roper mower deck that I restored, kinda. Well, actually, even though I restored this one, it's the worst shape out of the ones I have. That's a 48, besides one with the hole in it. So this will probably be the one that I will end up using. As you see, there's patches in it that I did kind of bad. At least it's not really rusty anymore because I fixed all that. This is what it needs, a new wood piece to replace that broken out piece on the bottom, because I fixed it once with the fiberglass. Tried to fix it the right way to make it look perfect, original, then it broke again, and then I fixed it again, and it broke again. Now I give up. I'm just gonna put a piece of wood on the bottom like all the other ones and call it good. So thanks for watching the video. This might be the last video I do. I might do some more someday, but thanks for watching.